run forward, then the Reaper switch.
Both teams, perhaps a sign of respect, are going to meet in the middle with mirrored compositions. Doomfist and Reaper. The DPS. See who shows an inclination match to want to move to the point first. Trying to play from the high ground. USA splitting somewhat.
Yeah, now China seems willing to give up point concession first, but Team USA does not want to play that game. They want to play out here in the open.
Ilios made his way forward. He's made his way into the backline of the United States. Raucus is forced to back away awfully fast. The front line of China, though, taking a heck of a lot of damage. Jinmu, Jujuy, seen better days, and the former goes down in the trade, though. Sinatra's removed by Ilios. Gory again, broken in shields. The USA are happy with this. China now the ones that had to come to them.
They've lost Jujuy. They cannot push up onto the point. Losing Jujuy. Lucio, Arisa just has so much survivability. Obviously, the shield well. So you lose your Arisa, you have to back out of here. Team USA gets control of the point first.
Sinatra, a risky punch. He actually hit the roof. The bridge kept him from getting back to his feet. But the kills are still traded regardless. USA saw that Sinatra wouldn't be able to get out easily, so they double down and commit. And all this time, they're accruing point capture percentage.
Yeah, but China wants to invest in this in terms of ultimates. Is going to have Jinmu, Jujuy team up to take out Raucus there. Now it's just space. It's a Super on the point.
They're committing into 3v4, but USA go for the sound barrier. Super in deep trouble getting pressure down, and he didn't have a shield available. Meteor strike from Sinatra doesn't find it. He kills the Jujuy. Is very low, and he's down. Corey now has returned to the fray. The firepower was there for the USA, and the death blossom will create some space. But the USA may struggle to control now. It's going to be space trickling in with Moth. A coalescence even committed.
Yeah, they
the
want to
USA
fight.
still control the point. They can stall this out a little bit longer here and get that percentage.
They end up using that coalescence there. You may have wanted to hold on to that. That's going to be a gravitic flux. They get baited into it.
Evil Talon drops down. Spike trying to go for it there. Still, the rest of his team crumbles after China hit the ground running.
And Space ended up backing out with the remainder of his teammates. And China thinks they can push forward and get some stagger kills there. What China doesn't account for is that Super is coming off of spawn. Space gets up in the air with the gravitic flux. They get a halt in. It's Jujuy dropping down that Arisa supercharge, giving the extra damage. Then when USA tried to push forward, they were not able to survive through it.
It is loud in here. Eileen, did not initially notice the Doofus was there. Sinatra a little bit slow though. Now caught in a hole, middle of the map. Dueling cheers and dueling teams here on Ilios. And there it is, Jinmu makes contact. Raucus is down, but again, Jujuy falls early in the fight. China needs a shield. Now they're just going to go the old-fashioned way, Matt. With the DPS. Man, it looks pretty darn good. Evil Tile finds two. China retain control, and they get in the lead on percentage.
Now we have ourselves a match. As Elsa will get close to a gravitic flux here. Evil Tile also the sound barrier. Sinatra is going to have to get a halt here combination with his Meteor Strike to kick things off. You have the opportunity to at least get a pick off with that as the combo. It's got to be a good halt here from Super.
Elsa attempted an accretion. It's going to be tough for him to stop that damage. Sinatra swings through. Knuckle sandwich for Elsa. He's had his fill. Sound barrier now. Sinatra wants to get into the thick of things. USA looks like they value capturing the point. They've lost Raucus right now, and they've used sound barriers, so they're a little low on feeling, but they're back in the driver's seat for now.
And as soon as they kill Elsa, they feel okay investing the sound barrier, but now they're going to have to deal with this gravitic flux. China does have the gravitic flux and sound barrier. The sound barrier to kick things off.
Only on 4, though. China didn't get everyone barriered up, and Corey runs Jinmu down. He returns to the point. He has a death blossom. This could be nasty. Sinatra gets rid of Elsa, and Jujuy had no protection. USA still in there, and they have a coalescence and a gravitic flux for the next fight.
It's a big advantage now for Team USA, and it seems like China may have rushed that push, as you didn't really get a great sound barrier off. If you're going to engage with sound barrier, you've got to connect with everybody.
95 and counting. This is last chance saloon for China. Jujuy needs to get to the point and lay that supercharger down. Here's the contest. Jinmu doesn't land the rocket punch. Is forced to play for the fringes for a short time. Meteor strike. Will there be a halt to combo it here? He's waiting for it. There it is. Raucus is down. It's traded out. Nylene makes the splash. Moth is removed. Corey just trying to hang in there, but China came up with the goods.
And they win the fight, Mitch, and they don't invest Supercharger. I mean, you have to use pretty much everything else, but Team USA, they're going to have Super just go to Wrecking Ball, try and get a touch.
China are ready for this. 98%, 99. Super gets there. How long can he last for? Ducks off the point, but he's still alive. That's the most important part. USA only have 5 players on the point right now. They're waiting still for space to arrive, but Sinatra goes for the meteor strike. Somehow they've still done this. They're still stalling out. Sinatra's down, though. Elsa puts him to rest. And China look like they're on top of this super, tries the pile driver. There's no one really left for the USA now. It's just plain stall, and Moth can only do that for so long on his own. Corey, no sound, no depth blossom for him. He's going to have to get away from the point, and this overtime is likely to tick away.
Back and forth, but China strikes first. It's really just that one fight where they connect with a really nice halt. Just the patience of Jinmu with the meteor strike. So he pops the Doomfist ultimate. You can tell like he's getting very close to it just being timed out. So usually lands the halt at the right time to take out Rockets, who's nearing the end of his coalescence. And then they're able to get Eileen onto the point. So much happening with the Doomfist and the halts and positioning. You're not accounting for the Reaper, and the Reaper comes from behind with a big Death Blossom.
Slow start for Sinatra here on Ilios. 2 final blows for 7 deaths. Wasn't able to have the impact on Doomfist his team needed last round.
So we've seen this from China, this look where they run this on Ruins, the series that we casted earlier in the weekend. They run Gushui on the Winston, this is his best hero, and then Elsa on the Wrecking Ball, and they play very aggressive. It's going to be a Mei Bastion setup here for Team USA. Let's see if they can battle out this aggression and get on the point.
Ouch!
Oh, that is risky.
Corey saw him coming and was ready. Hail of bullets. He made it rain. Eileen follows soon after. China attempting not to really cap the point, but just to stay out of line of sight of Corey, but he's having none of it.
I mean, trying to play the dive into Bastion, Mei, or Risa, Sigma. You probably have to change off of this if you're China, and they do. So they have Jinmu go over to Mei. Mei, a great counter against the Bastion. Now Gushui and Elsa, so you'll have the double shield. So
they will.
This is what we see teams go to frequently against Bastion.
They need this wall, not only to avoid getting blown up by Corey as they cross, but to pop him up above the shield of Super and make him vulnerable.
And it's a weird spot to try and land a wall, and it actually gives them an even line of sight. Oh, hello.
Corey holds off, drops back down, back in the protection of Super's barrier. He is encased in shields. Another ice wall will make him vulnerable. Doesn't really seem to be causing too much scrutiny. He's going to drop down now, but Jinmu, sneaky flank from the backside. How did I hear that coming? Corey's down, Moth's immortality field also removed, but Elsa is caught out in the middle of the map. Accretion now, connecting with Gushui, and he's in a bad spot. Even the coalescence of Kyo wasn't able to keep him alive. Things are looking dire for China.
They actually get the Bastion at the beginning of it, but it is not enough. Everybody else falls on the point for China as Corey goes to Tracer. Likely just get back in the fight, but Corey does have a very strong Tracer, so we'll see him play high ground here. He's going to commit to the hero.
Not an easy one. It's pretty tough to run down either the Moira or the Lucio as Tracer. They're very difficult targets to finish off. Bit of early damage. Corey hoping to go in for a melee now. He's right up in the face of Gushui. Sitting on the mega health pack though, so he was able to get most of that health recovered. Jinmu's forced into ice block here. The blizzard came out. That was the defensive one. Trying to try and disengage with USA rush through the snow. They themselves get caught in a blizzard, but it doesn't seem to matter. Space gets 2. Moth was frozen. Getting rid of Super is huge there, and US are down to 2 players as the Tracer and a Sigma left. I don't know how Space gets out of this one, Matt. Eileen is bearing down upon him at a rate of knots, and Corey falls down to Kyo as well.
You will get a flip here for China, but Team USA gets 99%. Now if you're Team USA, you probably consider just going back to Doom Reaper, the bread and butter, kind of what got you here. Now you'll be able to fight on the point. So take a look at the ultimates here for China. You'll have a Death Blossom, which Eileen's been very effective getting into different angles and different spots with it, and then coalescences for both sides.
Very quickly, USA, they speed boost in. Coalescence first, but Corey gets caught. Elsa traded, though. The Coalescence does come up with the goods. Eileen trying to teleport away. He took a bunch of damage. Sinatra was waiting for him. Very low, Sinatra. All he had to do there was touch the ground. down. He would have got plenty of shield back with the seismic slam, but he was caught halfway there, and China remain in control.
You know, this could get to a point where China can get to like 80% really quick, because they're going to have the Sigma ultimate, the Gravitic Flux. Team USA, you've seen this, you know, after investing in that last fight, they don't really have anything significant for this one, and then even maybe the next one. So you're looking at a game that could come down to one last fight.
They have no weapons to use here. They have no clue. Gravitic Flux completely whispered. Jinmu doesn't miss. Gets Raucous, but Eviltal had already fallen, and he always had a sound barrier. That might have been what China needed to stay in this fight. Eileen gets Moth, though. Super and Corey chime back in, and the USA still have a Reaper active on the field until then. Jinmu cleans him up. Super too low. No shield for him, and with space on his own, he's down to possibly one more chance.
I mean, this is what I was talking about, that China was basically going to get up to 80% here on the point. Team USA, you're going to have one really good shot with ultimates to flip it back, but China will have both support ults here. With the way they've comboed their halts with the meteor strikes, you expect Jinmu to at least be able to get one.
One more time. USA push up. Sinatra's done immediately. He's taken down by Elsa before the fight began, and now the USA at the door with 5. Space desperately looking for a location to go for the Gravitic Flux. Eileen doesn't have Wraith Walk available, and he's down. That's the trade. 5v5 now over on the point, and Space is pushing forward, looking for his next decreasing target, trying to work Goose way down. Knocked back behind the shield. Supercharger is in play currently. The USA are dealing big damage. Eviltal is down. Sinatra punches Jinmu into next Tuesday. And the USA, they've done it. One apiece on Ilios, so we go to a third round.
Because at China, they end up using both their support ults. And I think what happens is when they connect with Sinatra at the beginning, they're so they kind of smell blood in the water, so to speak. So they start to use both support ults and push on forward. But Super gets on the point. He's able to put down the Supercharger. Good call from Space. He was trying to look for like a big Gravitic Flux, but just saw Eileen to the side. It's like, hey, let's just get the Reaper. The Reaper's a high-value target.
Eileen without Wraith Walk available.
So you're able to get one off of that and then easily flip the point. So we will go to well here, and maybe they try this. They're going to try the Bastion again. This time it'll be Sinatra playing the Bastion, so they'll have the Widowmaker as well. So they have to expect the Jinmu far here.
More Bastion from Sinatra. USA definitely leaning on that hero quite heavily so far this World Cup.
One thing that does give Team USA a slight advantage with the composition is that they are running a Roadhog.
That can be resurrected though. Yep, Eviltal was there to bring Jinmu back, so as heroic as it was from Corey, he doesn't have a mercy to bring him back into the game.
China, with running a Roadhog instead of a Sigma here, doesn't have a secondary shield to stand on the point.
Eileen's able to catch Raucous out now, and the USA are being whittled down. They try and throw a defensive shield towards their backside. That was Space taking care of business. USA control the point. It's hard, man, for China to really get in on them, but Jinmu's not in a great spot. Eileen cannot work these shields down.
Well, Jinmu is actually going hunting for Corey, who's come off the spawn. So Jinmu's playing a little bit of his own game in the back, where he feels like, okay, he's able to go get Corey. Now you can start to work back towards the Bastion.
The waiting down game now for the USA. China are going to come to them one way or another. Can they cut them down to size before they reach them? Oh, looking good. Barrage time. Immortality field. Accretion's going to stop Jinmu midway through, but Eileen managed to get right into them with the shields down. Jinmu didn't have to find kills with the barrage. Just get rid of the barriers.
And in that instance, Team USA, they're forced to respect Jinmu in the sky. They know the barrage is coming, but then they also have the damage that's coming down from the Roadhog, the Orisa, and then the Widowmaker also. You cannot just let Eileen have free lanes to get these shots off. And they try and play like the lesser two evils. It doesn't work out.
Corey's expecting to get pushed again. He knows that he's been flanked, looking for him. He's been targeted. Space gets rid of Kyo here. Eviltal has to pop the Valkyrie, which means right now, Jinmu doesn't have a pocket. Sinatra.
Jinmu doesn't know where Corey is right now, though, because of the infrasight.
Sinatra's down. Corey's been found by Eviltal of all people. The famous Caduceus Blast, the Mercy play. It worked out. USA now fall behind. 33% to 42. And I saw that, Eileen.
Eileen pushing on forward here. Now Sinatra has gone Reaper here. This puts even more pressure on Corey. Corey will go Hanzo. So with this type of composition, you're going to let Jinmu Rain in the sky, put down the rockets. You're going to try and go for the tanks here. You're going to try and go for the tanks and Pio, because Pio has to stay around the tanks to heal them up. You have a lot of front-loaded damage here for Team USA.
China already has one shield man. They've got the Roadhog instead of the Sigma.
You can see the way that Team USA is rotating around through the lighthouse. They're trying to get to these tanks.
They move, living dangerously. Corey forced to go inside, but Eileen's been taken down. Elsa, he's too far away to get value out of the whole hog. The gravitic flux squashes him like a pancake. USA almost in a position to capture this point now. Corey's just taking skeet shots into the sky. Storm arrow, accretion, whizzes overhead, but he finds the shot he was looking for.
And China, actually, they make the right play there. When they have Team USA coming through the lighthouse, they rotate all the way out. They get caught with a halt and a gravitic flux, because Team USA knows they cannot let China just kite them on the map, let the Pharah rain the rockets down. Now we have an Eileen switch over to Doomfist, so this will be a little bit of a deterrent to push through these tanks, right? With the Doom just being able to one-shot kill somebody with a rocket punch.
Oh, he almost fell there. He went for the Coalescence, and it saved his life ultimately. And they got Elsa.
He would have used Barrage there if you didn't lose Elsa at the beginning. I mean, they are trying to set a Barrage play up.
No immortality field anymore for the USA. They've switched off that Baptiste Bastion. So Barrage definitely potentially lethal, but Corey can't continue out.
Evil Talk dead as well.
And they're chasing. They're gunning for these kills.
I mean, that's the scary game you play if your Pharah gets taken out, especially with nobody else alive. The Mercy has nowhere else to fly.
Jinmu just has to hit a barrage. He has to turn this around now for China. They're in a position where they could lose this map after such a strong start. US Coalescence, they've got all the tools, man. It's the DPS ultimates that could be scary. It's time for Dragon Strike. Goochway trying to get away from it. Ton of damage, but he's getting healed up by Evil Talon. Sinatra goes in. Sinatra! No kills from him, but the rest of his team have done it. The USA start strong. 1-0.
Jinmu's never able to get that rocket barrage off. He was trying to play around the barrage setup play. Team USA recognized it. They got aggressive every single time. They were able to get a first pick off. They were never able to get a use that big far